Maestro carpet. This Fnatic team, you know, Snasky in particular, quite the character. He has told us time and time again to not look at stats when it comes to him. How do you feel about that?
I agree and disagree, right? I mean, there's definitely a point of it's not just about numbers because sometimes things don't reflect in it. What you could be performing really well, but maybe in the way that the game has justified your numbers, it might not feel as good. But when we have hard numbers that actually prove that you didn't do well, and then we also can watch the same exact thing and say you didn't do well and here's exactly why. You know, sometimes numbers definitely tell a story. I think it's definitely worth talking about.
And here we go. Game number 1, Fnatic versus MOUSESPORTS. Tigray getting that air demo. And a quick chance, Snasky's gonna block that away. Snasky on the back wall. Now Maestro popping it up. A challenge from Skyline. He gets the bump, but the ball's still going downfield. MUMMYSNOW off the corner gets a double tap, trying to pass that out into the middle. Now counterattack chance. Alex misses that one. Maestro winning the challenge, and MUMMYSNOW winning his challenge against Tigray.
Talked about how he played very aggressive, and already he has been in Mouse's half for this entire game.
Yeah, so far a good start from Mouse. Winning challenges, getting some early chances. Skyline getting that boost there, but Maestro comes in and wins another big challenge there. Tigray has some time. Tigray passed one. Snasky's challenge sends that far across the field. Tigray retains control. Going for a dribble, gets a little bit of a flick. Maestro handled it now off the backboard, but Alex had no one there to follow up.
Skyline sees Tigray all the way across. MUMMYSNOW and Maestro want to make something of their own, so you'll see them spreading out, looking for the pass.
Now Snasky going for that second touch, gets blocked by Skyline. Alex taking control, going for the pass. Maestro intercepts and sends that off safely into the corner.
Demolition to relieve some pressure.
Now Skyline challenging. Snasky long clear. Tigray cuts it off. MUMMYSNOW has to deal with it. Doesn't get much of a hit. A chance here. Alex off the corner, but Skyline also jumped. That will fizzle out their attack.
Pass back. Maestro's there to just keep that up. Tigray wanted to get out of defense. For the first minute, I think he was stuck in goal just by happenstance mostly. Uh-oh, that's not great.
And now Maestro, that shot opportunity going up off the ceiling. Tigray not there, and Snasky opens up the score sheet for Fnatic.
You know, not often when I say uh-oh does it result in a goal right after, but that pass out just allowed for everything to happen. I heard you mention this earlier, James, when we were watching another game. Just take the smack of the net, make the goalie make a move, and at that point it's just follow-up.
Yeah, absolutely. That shot generating that rebound, that save needed to send the ball off into the corner. Alex just sent that straight off the ceiling. Tigray in a very difficult situation. Not much he can do when a shot like that comes out of Snasky. And that was what was a real struggle for them in their first series of the day. Their offense, they could get nothing going, but here they take the lead. See if they can keep generating goals or if Mouse comes back, because those comebacks on both sides were pretty insane in that last Mouse series. And that chance there, Tigray opting to go for the block. Maestro thought he was going to hit it. So the ball just trickles away. Snasky centers that over to Mummy. Mummy back to Snasky. Snasky in the air. Mummy chasing that down. Tigray gets a piece of it. Now Alex in the corner. Him and Tigray working in close quarters.
The short passes really coming out strong in this game on both sides. I think they've realized how aggressive their opponents have been playing. So even on defense, nice short passes back and forth.
And those short passes can also be dangerous if somebody comes in and blows up that party.
No.
But a long clear sends the ball downfield. Snasky leaves it. Maestro, the shot, that was on target, but Tigray gets back in time. Now Skyline. Snasky wins that challenge. Ball bouncing out into the middle. Maestro's up. puts it off the backboard. Mummy with the follow-up. That's going to find the back of the net, and Mummy getting a little vengeance in game 1.
This pass from Maestro, he couldn't get up above it, so he figured he'd stay below. And I didn't think Mummy Snow could get that much power from the angle he came from, but he kept it off the ground, kept it from being a slow dribble, and that's a 2-goal game.
And Fnatic keep their scoring going, extending their lead to 2.
Give it a shot.
And they're looking much better, Carpet, than they were in their first series versus Dignitas. I guess that just goes to show you how good Dignitas really is. It's always hard to tell, hard to gauge their opponents when they're playing as well as they were.
Yeah, I think a lot of teams fall apart when you're against the best in the world, so it's very hard to use that as a benchmark for their skill.
Now we'll have to see if Mouse gets back in this one. They'll need a goal relatively soon. That's a chance, and Alex hits the post. Now Maestro on the counterattack over to Mummy. Maestro is going to get demoed, so he won't be able to follow that up.
And then a double commit. This could be it.
But Skyline does recover, but still, ball not out of danger just yet. Mummy off the ceiling, going for a double tap. Alex cuts that out. Last 30 seconds. Fnatic still up by 2. Mouse need to get one right here. And then we'll have to get one quickly after kickoff. A strong shot, but Maestro easily handles. And now Mummy just wasting time. Hits that ball into the corner. Maestro with that boost steal. Final attack for Mouse. Tigre going for the air dribble. Gets it by 1, gets it by both, and Tigre puts Mouse within 1.
They had no choice but to make this. Alex going up for it. I think it made Snasky think twice about that, which let Tigre get that air dribble past one, then past another. 4 seconds.
Will we see a set piece here? Fake kickoff, or will Snasky just, he's able to kill it, but still a chance. Mummy with the hit. Tigre into the middle.
Oh,
and that block by Snasky was a huge one. We've seen 0-second goals before, but Snasky says, not today, and Fnatic take game number 1.
And that read, knowing that they were in, pretty much that was the only thing he could do. He wanted to keep it as high as possible to give his team the time to get there before the opponents did, so he knew that he'd be going high. So Snasky with that read really saved them on just enough time. We still don't know what would have happened, but Mouse did a great job of doing their best for the comeback. Tigre with 5 shots on his team of the 6. Alex with the only other one. Skyline playing a bit more defensive, not putting any shots on net. But, I mean, you said at Fnatic, I think they seem to be a lot more informed.
Yeah, we saw them get that first goal, retain the lead. It was a low-scoring series, or low-scoring game, rather, but they held on. Snasky getting involved, very important, and Mummy Snow getting that goal. Very important for them, but also Mouse, they almost brought that back in the final seconds. Yeah. Just like in the first series, we saw 3 overtime games, multiple last-second goals. I thought they were going to pull it off at the end there.
And I thought it was close, and I think teams have finally gotten past those, oh no, we're down, we might as well just lose and throw it kind of thing. And we saw it towards the tail end of last season, and especially yesterday and today. It doesn't matter. Everyone treats every single game as an individual game. Everybody understands, okay, cool. Doesn't really matter. We've lost that game, or we have 10 seconds. We can do it. We've seen enough comebacks now. It's not.
Yeah.
Well,
players are so good at keeping that ball up in the air. I mean, we saw it, like you said, at the World Championship. That famous call.
I don't want to talk about it.
We don't have to, but I'm just saying.
Start tearing up again.
It's you know, being down by having that 1-goal lead, even with 4 seconds left. It's not a guarantee that you're going to win the game. So you have to play it out all the way to the very end. We saw it come into play for pretty much every Mouse game so far. Mm-hmm. But Fnatic, their struggles have always been, even last season, it's always been on the offensive side of the ball, generating offense. Snasky and Sicky, I believe that they finished in the bottom 2, 4 goals per game. They still managed to fight back and retain their spot in the rival series, but offense has always, or in the championship series, but it's always been a challenge for them. So it's good to see them come out in this first game and make it happen, but can't count Mouse out. They had that close series, or multiple close games versus Vitality. Yeah. And they looks like they could bring him back. But here we go.
And to talk a bit to the new player, right? We have Mummy Snow as one of our new players, and he's playing very aggressive. And I think Gibbs spoke on it a little bit on the desk, just knowing how the Mummy plays with that play style. He's got Snasky now with him, and he's able to just constantly get up in their face. And when he talked about Dignitas as well, right, when they had to win against Dignitas very recently, it's because Mummy Snow was just constantly in their face, challenging everything.
Yeah, but obviously this isn't the first game that MOUSESPORTS played today. They played earlier today in a series against Vitality. They took it 3-1, but Mouse had those multiple overtime wins. those 0-second goals, it was a thriller.
And I have such a hard time using this as a way to analyze where they were. And the same reason that we saw Fnatic go against Dig and take the loss, and I can't use that as a good benchmark. We saw Vitality just really not play good. You and I were sitting there watching it, we're like, who's playing more poopy? I really can't tell, because all three players really didn't live up to their standard. So I don't want to use that as a way to come in. Okay, Mouse beat Vitality.
Vitality definitely wasn't playing as well as they could have, but also I had to give credit for Mouse for hitting every opportunity that they had.
Very true.
Mistakes that Vitality was making, those openings. A team won't capitalize on that every time, but it seemed like Mouse was doing such a good job of doing that.
And it's just so hard when you don't see a lot of resistance come their way. How do I know how they're going to perform in the next game when you do have somebody coming for them? So this, I think, with the grudge added to it, and now both of them, I think, back on newer grounds. They're kind of on more even grounds as what we expected coming into it. We didn't really know as flatlined as what we thought maybe for that game with Vitality, right?
Mm-hmm.
We all just expected Vitality to sweep the floor, and clearly that's not what happened at all. Maybe it's just that, it's Europe traits.
Europe traits. If there's one thing that is a Europe trait.
Hold on, James. Let me join the game for you real quick.
Hey, man. Thank you, Carpet. I was about to press
Spectate.
auto there.
Yeah. No, I got
There's
you.
2 buttons here. Auto assign or spectate.
I just didn't want to reach over while we were in the middle of it.
I'm sweating. But here we go. Game number 2. Fortunately, got that spectate figured out.
Oh.
That bump from Snazky, and Tigre's going to be able to follow this one up. Mouse strikes first.
I just want to watch Nasky's perspective here, what he had to deal with. A miss from Skyline, followed by an attempted bump, followed by another shot that didn't go. That was like every fake possible that he could have dealt with. I'm pretty sure his brain just melted. I don't think he can play the rest of the series. That's it.
Yeah, that was
too many decisions.
That is your worst nightmare as a defender.
How much of it was intentional?
That exact situation.
And how much was intentional? I don't think we'll ever know.
Now Snazky on the back wall. Sometimes the best fakes, Carpet, are the ones that you don't mean to make, because you convinced yourself you're going for it.
That's very true.
Now Tigre into the corner, chasing it down, gets a good challenge. Skyline's going to be able to center that ball. Tigre trying to keep it out of Maestro's hands, but Maestro prevails. Puts it over to Mummy Snow. Mummy Snow back to Snazky. Now Snazky with the long clear. Snazky with the shot. That one just going wide. Alex was in net. He probably would have been able to save it.
But I'm surprised he had no support there. If Maestro and Mummy Snow were playing a bit more aggressive, they would have been able to cut that off because it wasn't answered.
Oh, and that dunk there from Alex. A play from him extends the lead to 2.
Alex going, he just holds behind the ball, just keeps the challenge up onto Snazky. I mean, Maestro was caught in a tight spot. I think Snazky going for that challenge was fine, but Alex, the moment he realized the angle that he had there, he approached it well, made sure that it at least pushed towards the net, and it worked in his favor.
Now we're in the exact opposite situation the last game. Mouse, they have a 2-goal lead, and Fnatic gonna have to battle back. Plenty of time left on the clock to do so. Good touch from Alex, sends it up for Tigre. Tigre off the backboard, goes for the double tap, but Maestro cuts it off.
And Skyline was playing aggressive. They're looking for a demolition on their goalie. I really like the way Mouse are playing.
Oh, and that's a strong commit. Snazky's gonna have to hustle back. He does get control. And now he's gonna have a lot of boost to play with right now. And Mummy Snow comes and takes it right off the top of his car. Maestro waiting for Alex to make the hit. Slow playing that ball. Skyline challenges him, but now Mummy puts it downfield, gives up possession. Tigre over to Skyline, pops it up for Alex. Alex hits it off once, going for the dunk again, but it doesn't play.
I love how slow he plays in the air. He gets that little touch so the ball's nice and slow, so he has plenty of time to catch up, put his car behind it.
What a chance for Maestro.
Oh!
That one off the pass from Snazky. Maestro hitting the back of the net.
So far, this game's all about the challenges. You can see this 50-50. Maestro finding Alex, getting a little bit of vengeance. Alex didn't get the touch on it. I thought he had a little bit because it seemed a little slow, but he wasn't able to get any part of his car on that. But the challenges right now, I mean, these guys are playing just about the same pace, pretty close decision making.
And good speed from Snazky, and another good play from him there, getting the demo and that corner boost steal off the kickoff. See if this puts Fnatic on an extended attack.
Up.
Miss there from Mummy. Skyline passes up to Alex, but Mummy bumps him away. 2v2 situation. Tigre wins that challenge. Skyline put a shot on target, but Mummy Snow easily saves it aside. A demo, this time Skyline on Mummy Snow. Starting to get a little physical on the field. Now double commit, Maestro and Snasky with the demo as well. These guys trading blows.
A couple of moments where Mummy Snow is up with somebody else, and I'm curious to know if that's maybe because they're taking it for one too long, and Mummy Snow might be a little bit antsy right now and really want to become a part of the play. But that's 2 or 3 times we've seen double commits that he is involved in, but I just can't really tell exactly whose fault that might be.
Yeah, we did see him even take that one ball right off of Snasky's hood way up in the sky, I believe, last game, or earlier this game.
I mean, whenever you and I are playing and we double commit, we already know whose fault it is.
I mean, we're just both trying to make plays at that point.
It's Gibbs' fault.
You know, in the RLCS, you're trying to win.
That's true.
Now Snasky just leaves that for Mummy. Mummy is short touch. Snasky, that little touch got it by 1. Now the ball sent long into Fnatic's half. A demo from Maestro on Skyline. Tigre's up, wins it against 1. Alex up against Snasky, and that ball sent off to the side.
Another challenge really deciding where that ball was going to go. Had that not gone in Snasky's favor, that would have been extremely dangerous for Fnatic.
Snasky trying to center that ball, couldn't get it to Mummy Snow. Now Maestro against Alex in the corner. Alex wins it. Now Mummy Snow's turn. Gets it by Skyline, but Tigre's there. Fnatic trying to break out of their own half. Skyline hits it off the wall over to Alex. Alex into the corner. Snasky has to bail on the boost. Gets it clear downfield, but still. Mouse not letting this ball get out of Fnatic's half. A shot blocked from Maestro, but the follow-up, that one's going to be wide. Fnatic's defense being tested here. And now Mummy Snow, can he finally break this siege? A double commit for Maestro and Snasky. This could be bad. Alex hits it down to himself. Skyline's there. The touch, that one's going to go wide. Final 30 seconds.
Keep that out of sight of the defender, knowing they didn't get the hard clear, and it's letting them keep this pressure up.
And Fnatic, they were trapped in that corner for so long. Now Snasky missed his dunk. Maestro popping it up the sideline. A demo from Skyline onto Maestro. Final 10 seconds. It's now or never for Fnatic. Maestro starting the counterattack. That pass blocked by Skyline. Tigre back into the corner, and that's gonna be it. Mouse answer right back with a win of their own in game 2.
I think it's more like now or next game. Maybe not now or never. You know, it might be a little too early to say never.
You might be right. You know,
I thought you were gonna give me the blankest look ever and just like whoosh. Yeah, I thought I was gonna get nothing out of that.
You know, it's just you know, when you speak such truths, what am I supposed to say?
Be enamored.
I'm just nodding my head.
Just be
nodding my head.
You know, when you're the smartest person in the room, it's so hard to get good responses from people.
When do you have that kind of experience?
When I sit next to Gibbs on the desk, probably.
You know, I think, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
He's over there like, whoa, what did I do? You know what you did, Gibbs. You know exactly what you did.
But Mouse, back to the game. What's important? Mouse, take this win against. You know, I'm not saying you're not important, but this right now definitely more important.
Fair.
But Mouse answer immediately back on this one. Last game seemed like they struggled to get anything going early. This time, Fnatic coming out, they were in the exact opposite situation. In the first game, they had the 2-goal lead. This time, Mouse got the 2-goal lead. Neither one of those teams able to come back from that deficit.
But in 5 shots from Alex, 1 from Tigre, and 1 from Skyline. Very similar to what we saw previous to that. Clearly, he's their striker. He's their offensive man. And I don't know if I need to get in the brains of him. And I'll learn more about this team as we experience them. This is their first time here in the RLCS. But how they make these decisions, right? Is it because somebody refuses to leave offense, or that's the natural state? Somebody's comfortable on defense or offense, and you'll learn very quickly if they fall apart.
I mean, it is something that you do see sometimes when you are invited in as the newer player, the newer third on a roster. You kind of psychologically think that this is the other 2 players' team.
That's fair.
And we saw it with Garrett G when he was first on NRG, and I mean we're seeing it a little bit right now with Mummy Snow.
And I think it's probably the smart decision because playing defense can kind of be a one-man gig, but playing offense, if you want to get consistent goals, you need at least 2. So let the 2 guys that really know each other, that have been playing together for a long period of time, let those guys kind of show me the flow, right? Now that I'm your third man, show me how this works, and then I'll start to mold in.
And Maestro, he was really that one person for Fnatic who was generating a lot of the offense last season. See if he can help them out here, or if Mouse, and come back and take this game number 3. Now Snasky up to Mummy. A chance for him. He doesn't get the hit, but the ball bounces out to Snasky, and he almost flails into it after the save from Tigre. But that was a golden opportunity. Snasky hoping to get another chance like that. That shot blocked by Skyline.
This is actual mayhem. I don't think anyone's been in a position they're comfortable with in probably the last 40 seconds.
And another save from Alex here. Fnatic, we saw near the end of the game, they were stuck in their own half. Now they're putting a full-on attack on Mouse.
Snasky's up. Alex had no more boost.
In the corner, another demo. We saw a lot of demos last game. MOUSESPORTS getting the show started now. Tigray, downfield. Mummy, off the side. This could be a chance for Skyline. Off the bounce, the shot! Maestro looked like he might have backflipped there, but Mouse strike first.
I honestly thought they were crumbling, man. They were just playing defense in some of the worst positions for close to a minute. But a nice bounce from the corner. No one challenging from midfield. Leaves that dude in net with just a hope and a dream.
And hopes and dreams, that's not enough. Yeah. So Maestro accidentally backflipping there. Might not have even been able to get there in time anyway. But now Fnatic find themselves down yet again. A pass. This time Snasky will not miss the net, and he equalizes for Fnatic.
Way to find an answer immediately. Alex trying to push that out. That may have not bounced incredibly, but I love that gentle drop down to Snasky. He could have easily gone for a shot or smacked it off the backboard for MOUSESPORTS, but instead he figured, you're here with me in the corner. He got a nice tight angle, and they answer right back.
And that was just a beautiful pass. He saw Snasky waiting there. And now MOUSESPORTS going to have to race back, a miss, but the net's still wide open. And Alex, quickly after the kickoff, gets the lead right back for Mouse.
Our kickoff's going to be a problem for Fnatic. Literally, the last kickoff, Mouse almost scored again, and Fnatic barely turned it around to tie it up. But here, another kickoff, they fell apart a little bit, not having the boost to answer these shots.
So that kickoff resulting in a nightmare for Fnatic. Another one could be gearing up. Now Maestro's gonna pop this ball up, take control. A demo from Alex on Snasky. Tigray's gonna take possession, trying to fake out Mummy, but Mummy was able to get that ball out of danger for the time being. And a demo from Skyline on Mummy now. You can just tell the bad blood between these teams.
Oh yeah.
Just based on the demo count alone.
That's the closest you can do to BMing somebody in a game. Outside of, spamming what a save.
And then a chance, Skyline is able to force it through, and Mouse extend their lead by 2.
Another goal dictated by just a challenge. A final challenge at the end. Maestro was there, but he couldn't make it in time. How much boost did he have? Nothing. That's probably why. He had no boost, so he's probably a little timid to use that flip because he couldn't get the height before, so he didn't want to use the flip just in case he couldn't reach it. But there it is, 2-goal difference now. MOUSESPORTS in the lead.
MOUSESPORTS. Fnatic definitely struggles to get to play from behind. Skyline off the sidewall, up to Tigray. Tigray down the field. Long clear by Maestro. Skyline gonna deal with it.
He had MOUSESPORTS on the side, so I'm surprised he still cleared that out. He had a target to pass to.
Sometimes, if you're not really feeling it, you just go for the long clears, but you're absolutely right, Carpet. You always have to be aware that's something that sets teams like Dignitas apart from others, is just that awareness of where your team is and using them to your maximum ability.
Again, he had Snasky on the side. Mummy had to come up and reach for this.
And now, less than a minute and a half left to go. Fnatic still down by 2. Maestro just puts a weak shot in. Tigray with the pop. Alex beats Snasky to it. Snasky gets a piece that sends it far into the corner. And a chance, that one shot, but Maestro knocks it aside. Now Maestro in the corner. MOUSESPORTS up early. He doesn't get the read. Maestro challenged by Tigray. Tigray wins that downfield. MOUSESPORTS comes back from the half. Snasky tries to turn on it. Ball pops up. MOUSESPORTS over to Maestro off the wall. Maestro not the strongest hit, and then Tigray gets the block. Chance for Alex, but a weak shot from him, easily handled by Mummy. Time winding down. Fnatic need to get one right now. Snasky upfield. Alex, strong challenge. That one almost finding its mark. Tigray also with the follow-up. Now Skyline in the corner. MOUSESPORTS up to Maestro. Maestro misses that hit. Ball still out into the middle for Snasky. A strong challenge. Another demo, that ball sneaking towards the net, but Alex makes the save. And a good touch sends that ball right back to Alex to get the clear.
2 goals need to be scored, 15 seconds left.
And a chance, Mummy, can he get around it? No, he can't, and Skyline sends it up the wall. Alex off the ceiling. Skyline both going for it. Time wasting, and that is gonna be it. Mouse retain their lead, and they will be taking game number 3.
As far as what we saw, play style out of that, James, I want to have a conversation with you about it, mostly because I don't know what to say. Help. No, but I mean, I talked a little bit. I was on Maestro's perspective for a while, which is how I was able to notice a couple times when it felt like he was smacking it because he didn't have. A lot of times when you see players do that, I feel like it's because they don't feel like they have time to think. If you feel, if you feel
rushed, you feel rushed, though most of the times when you're clearing it long, it's when 1, you're feeling rushed, you're feeling pressure, you just need to get some space to breathe, or 2, it's your whole team's low on boost.
Yeah.
You know, your team, even if you try to hit it to them, they're not going to have boost to make the play to beat that attacking player that can beat them to the ball if you try to pass it. So a lot of times when you are low on boost, just clear it long, try to get boost so that you can start a counterattack the next time the ball is in your half.
And I know I was mentioning that I saw a couple double commits, and it's really hard to know whose fault that is because it could have been, while I do have another touch, is it the best touch? And if you have enough boost, are we wasting too much? Can we still get back on defense? There's so many things that come into play for that. And, you know, I happen to be on Maestro's perspective for a good portion of that just to kind of watch how their team was flowing. So I was able to catch those. I don't know if that was Maestro's fault at all. I don't know what their comms was like. So definitely don't take this as Flame Maestro. He's the problem. Please.
Well, I mean, Maestro was their offense. He was the Fnatic offense last season. This series, he's been relatively quiet on the offensive side of the ball. So Fnatic, they need Maestro to step up and start getting involved.
And I can't really speak too much about Alex, man. That guy has been playing extremely well. He gets the 1v2s. He gets the 1v1s. Now I want to say 1v3s is a little overkill. He's good, but come on. There's a whole team on the other side.
But this could be such a massive week for Mouse. I mean, they're coming in. They just made it into the RLCS after being in the rival series last season. And it's always in the back of your mind, just trying to finish top 6 to avoid even having to deal with the chance of being relegated. And 2 wins in the first week of league play, that could almost guarantee you a spot in the RLCS next season. So this is gearing up to be a massive week for Mouse. Skyline into the corner, Maestro hits it, Alex sends it up off the ceiling. Mummy's gonna go challenge, wins that challenge. Snasky with the follow-up. That shot saved by Alex, good positioning from him. And then again, a double commit. Mummy taking that ball right off the bumper of Maestro.
It's so hard to know who would have had that.
Like you said. Oh, and then the dunk. Alex getting dunked last game or earlier in the series. Now Skyline getting a dunk goal of his own.
And I don't even know what to attribute all of these goals going in on just challenges. So many goals have been determined by just one challenge towards the very end, either straight in the net or right before the net, which means that we're not seeing a lot of bump plays, not as many demos as we've seen in previous matches. So they're actually having to just beat out that defender with a raw 50-50. Although, here we go, literally making me eat my own words as I'm talking. Thanks, guys.
Might be eating your own words is better than eating those beans that we had earlier.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Beans, it's like
by the way, yes,
gravel.
Yeah. I've been noticing that this entire cast. Thank you.
Sorry. Now clear from Alex. Alex had a big save earlier in the game. Good positioning from him, and that's just something we've seen from Mouse, is just solid positioning. And Alex, a shot off the wall. You don't see many goals like this, but he made it work.
I mean, I don't think that was really his intention. I mean, definitely was not his intention, I can tell you that.
You're right. He was probably just trying to center that ball, get it out to somebody who's waiting in the middle to put the shot in. But that off the corner wall just goes in by itself. And if the last games, the last 3 games that we've seen is any indicator, neither team able to come back from a 2-goal deficit. So can Mouse hold on and start out with an amazing 2-0 start in the championship series? That would be massive for them.
Is this an open net? Is this an open net? No.
Sorry to disappoint.
No, I would have been disappointed if it was an open net.
Mummy Snow getting back in time to make that save, but now defense is not what's needed right now. They need to get some goals. Maestro, that shot blocked. Skyline putting it into the corner. Mummy Snow has some time. The pass to Snasky, but Alex breaks up the play. And now Maestro, good control from him, sends it up, but he isn't able to get that second hit, has to bail out. Skyline up in the air, gets it by Snasky, going for another touch, but Maestro hits it, still not out of danger. No one's left in net. Skyline's gonna have a chance, but Snasky gets back just in the nick of time.
And that pass from Alex, he had no time to think about that.
And that net is wide open. Snasky with a long-range roller keeps Fnatic's hopes alive in the series.
Did they put too many chips on the table for that one? They already had a 2-goal lead. I understand you really wanted to make it. It was an open net, but you don't need to dedicate that much. Once Alex had that pass out, whoever came in for the shot should have realized that it wasn't going to be 100% easy, and it might have been challenged by Snasky. He must not have noticed that, or I assume he wouldn't have come up for it, but now it's only a 1-goal game with 2 minutes.
And that dunk goal finally going well for Fnatic, and a chance. Snasky perhaps thought Alex was going to hit it, and it made him misread it. But another chance for Snasky, wasn't able to convert. Now Skyline, this ball might bounce well for him. Mummy reads it, gets that ball out of danger for the time being, but Alex is going to put it right back in. Snasky has to get a good read, and he doesn't. Tigray gets the goal, capitalizing on that miss.
Maestro going up for the first one. He had Mummy Snow, got smacked out. That's where he went. I was wondering where he was, not supporting on defense or offense, but on the retreat, a player from Mouse was able to just smack him out of there, leaving Snasky in one of the most difficult positions, and now it's back to a 2-goal game.
Yeah, as a defender sitting right underneath the crossbar, when your ball cam is looking straight up in the air, it's not as easy to read as when you're just sitting out in front of net. Difficult situation for Snasky. He had to make that save, wasn't able to, and now a 2-goal lead for Mouse.
Great carry from Mummy.
Maestro trying to wrap that around, decides to go have a second go at it. Now Mummy pops it straight up in the air. Snasky, but with the follow-up, that's a strong shot. A block by Tigray, but Alex was able to get that save, even though Tigray and Skyline double committed there. Now Tigray into the middle for Alex. Alex is up, gets one touch, going for another. Gets the block, and then Tigray's able to force it through. Mouse are running away with game 4.
The way Alex always does these air carries. It was so far from his car for so long in the air, but he knew to meet it the moment that it was going to get challenged, and another challenge dictates who scores.
He really has been the king of challenges. Alex, dunk goals, big challenges right there. And now Mouse, less than a minute away from starting league play with a 2-0.
I heard back in school he used to be called Alex the Dunk Master.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we went to school together. Yeah.
Really? You went to school in Europe?
Yeah, I went to school in a lot of places.
Okay. Well, the Dunk Master's making plays. Final 30 seconds, and that's totally not
That's definitely not true. I did not go to school with Alex. I went to school with Alex, probably like 6 Alexes.
I'm just surprised to hear you went to school at all.
I went to school with Alex 158, not 161.
Another goal. Mouse, they are just padding stats at this point. If you have Tigray on your fantasy roster, then you're happy about it.
Yep. He's got a hat trick, 4 shots, 1 save, 1 assist. When you look at the other side, Fnatic, I mean, right now, as aggressive they've been trying to play, Mummy Snow has no shots right now. Snasky's got 4, Maestro's got 3, so I think getting a little bit more aggressive, trying to follow through, but not looking great across the board for them, which usually happens when you haven't scored.
And what a statement from Tigray, showing that Mouse made the right call picking him up. Big performance in game 4 to close it out. Mouse, after being in the rival series last season, take the series against Fnatic and are 2-0 in league play.